What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Friday, October 14th, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. The origins of main protagonist Jyn Erso, played by Felicity Jones, are revealed in the second story trailer of Rogue One, a Star Wars story. The clip, released Wednesday, features a young Erso watching as her father is approached by the Empire to help build the all-powerful Death Star. As the Rebel Alliance learns of Erso's connection to the Death Star, she is allowed to assemble a team of ragtag fighters in order to rescue her father in hope of putting a damper on the Doomsday device. Erso responds, "If the Empire has this kind of power, what chance do we have? We have hope. Rebellions are built on hope." The trailer also highlights Erso's team, which consists of pilot Cassian Andor, played by Diego Luna, a grizzled soldier, Baze Malbus, played by Jiang Wang, a spiritual warrior who believes in the Force, Chirrut Imyu, played by Donnie Yen, a tall, repurposed Imperial droid, K2SO, played by Alan Tudyk, and former Imperial pilot Bodhi Rook, played by Riz Ahmed. Forrest Whitaker, as a much older Saw Gerrera from Star Wars The Clone Wars, also pops in to offer sage advice, along with Imperial military director Orson Krennic, played by Ben Mendelsohn, who is seen explaining the power of the Death Star to none other than Darth Vader. Directed by Garth Edwards, Rogue One, a Star Wars story, arrives in theaters December 16th, 2016. And in a related story, a Disney-owned Star Wars production company has been fined $2 million for injuring Harrison Ford during filming of The Force Awakens. A British court handed out the fine Wednesday, according to Variety, after Foodles Production Limited had previously pleaded guilty to 2 counts of breaking health and safety rules. Ford famously broke his leg during production on The Force Awakens when he was struck by a hydraulic door on board the Millennium Falcon. The injury led to production on the film to be delayed by 2 weeks, a fact that director J.J. Abrams has said allowed him to make improvements to the script. Judge Francis Sheridan said of the case, "The greatest failing of all on behalf of the company is a lack of communication. If only they had included Mr. Ford in all the discussions, he might have at least been alert to the dangers that he had to avoid." Ford made light of the situation, previously joking, "In the original film, the door would have been closed with the pulley. Now we have lots of money and technology, and so they built a damn great hydraulic door which closed at a light speed." In the movie Rookie of the Year, Chicago Cubs pitching coach Phil Brickma attempts to help 12-year-old Henry adjust to his sudden role as a starting pitcher in the big leagues. Now Brickma, played by Daniel Stern in the film, wants to help out the real-life Cubs. Actor and director Daniel Stern has brought back his fictional culty alter ego in a series of videos posted to his YouTube and Facebook pages, offering play tips and breaking the news that he's trying to get back on the team. In the movie, Brickma offers advice about how hot ice to ease players' muscles after a game, and shows off his hitting skills, often locking himself in a room or closet if he manages not to hurt himself. With the Cubs advancing to the National League Championship Series for the second straight year after ending the San Francisco Giants in the divisional playoff round, Stern has brought Brickma back to life 23 years after Rookie of the Year was released. Billy Bush hired PR management firm Golden Solutions to help negotiations his exit from Today after his involvement in Donald Trump's videotaped scandal. Bush was suspended from NBC's morning show after a video surfaced in which Bush and Trump spoke degradingly about women. Bush's representatives have been working to get the TV host out of his newly signed contract with the network, and a formal announcement is expected this week. Golden Solutions added Bush to its list of media clients, which includes Cablevision, Gawker Media, Time Inc., and Radio. Kristen Stewart is reportedly dating musician St. Vincent after the singer split from longtime girlfriend Cara Delevigne. Stewart, who reportedly ended things with the on-again, off-again girlfriend Alicia Cargile, brought St. Vincent to the premiere of her new film Certain Women, which premiered at the New York Film Festival last week. A source says the two have been inseparable since then. They've been spotted out and about in both LA and New York City, where photographers photographed them together in the East Village, and most recently at St. Vincent's concert in LA on October 9th. The source said it's been very romantic. St. Vincent, whose real name is Annie Clark, dated actress Cara Delevigne for over a year and ended things over the summer. Wentworth Miller wants LGBT youth to know that there's a supportive community out there. The 44-year-old actor shared an inspiring message with fans in the November issue of Attitude after being named the magazine's Man of the Year. Miller accepted the award at the Attitude Awards on Monday. He says, "I would like to say what others have been said. It gets better. One day you'll find your tribe. You just have to trust that people are out there waiting to love you." The star advised, in the meantime, the reality is you might have to be your own tribe. You might have to be your own best friend. That's something they're not going to teach you in school. Start the work of loving yourself. Miller publicly came out as gay in August of 2013 and revealed the next month that he had attempted suicide several times prior to coming out. He detailed his battle with depression in March after a viral meme mocked his 2010 weight again. He said, "I've struggled with depression since childhood. It's a battle that cost me time, opportunities, relationships, and 1,000 sleepless nights. In 2010, at the lowest point of my adult life, I was looking everywhere, and I turned to food." He declared, "I survived. Now when I see that image of me in my red t-shirt, a rare smile on my face, I'm reminded of my struggles, my endurance, and my perseverance in the face of all kinds of demons. Some within, some without. Like a dandelion up through the pavement, I persist." Miller's best known for playing Michael Schofield on Prison Break and reprised the role on Fox in its upcoming limited revival. He presently portrays Leonard Snart, a.k.a. Captain Cold, on The Flash and Legends of Tomorrow. Pre-Fix Upper fame Chip and Joanna Gaines were struggling to make ends meet as Chip worked to get their fledgling house-flipping business off the ground. Joanna said in an interview with People magazine, "I remember when we first got married, the only money we had was what was in Chip's pocket. He always had a wad of cash, but we were broke. If I needed to go to grocery shopping, it's whatever was in his pockets. That's how we paid the bills." Things have changed for the Gaines family, with Chip and Joanna now hosting one of HGTV's most successful shows. The couple also oversees a magazine, a retail store, a home accessories line, and have recently penned a book. The memoir, The Magnolia Story, hits bookshelves October 18th. Joanna is also taking on a new role as fashion designer, working with Matilda Jane Clothing on a line of girls' clothes, which will be available at the beginning of December. With all of their newly found success, Chip and Joanna are focusing on staying grounded. Joanna said about the family's TV-free lifestyle on their 40-acre farm in Waco, Texas, with their 4 children, "It's the simple things." She added, "I tell the kids that you're probably not going to get a cell phone. We want to teach our kids that life happens outside of these devices. It's just a simple thing to go outside and connect with nature, play with your friends, and get dirty." Fixer Upper airs nightly on HDTV at 9 p.m. Kylie Jenner posted a rare photo of herself with Tyga's son, King Carl Stevenson, on Wednesday. The 19-year-old reality star shared the photo on Snapchat while spending quality time with the 3-year-old and the 26-year-old rapper at home. She followed up by saying, with the picture of Tyga giving her a piggyback ride. Jenner, who wore a pink shirt embezzled with Kylie and Tyga, gave a smile in the photo as King cozied up next to her. Tyga shared his son with ex-fiancée Blac Chyna, who is engaged and expecting with Jenner's half-brother Rob Kardashian. Jenner recently said in a Snapchat Q&A that she hopes to have children of her own someday. She told her followers, "I'm getting a lot of questions about kids. How many kids do I want? Do I want kids? I do want kids, but not now." Jenner and Tyga are longtime friends who went public with their relationship at the reality star's 18th birthday party in August 2015. Jenner told Complex magazine in an interview published this week that she and Tyga are inseparable. She asserted, "The first year we started hanging out, everyone around him told him not to be with me. I still get comments like, 'Don't be with him,' but we're not doing it for the public. We love each other." She admitted, "We need to be together at all times. We never get mad at each other. We just figure things out." Country legend Tanya Tucker has been forced to postpone 6 shows on her current ongoing tour as she recovers from an upper respiratory infection. According to the Tennessean, the country star is being currently hospitalized inside a Nashville hospital after she became ill while touring in South Dakota. Tucker said in a statement, "I cannot apologize enough to all the fans who bought tickets and were looking forward to seeing us on the road." She continued, "I just feel terrible, but I'll get even worse if I don't take care of myself." Tucker will now not be able to perform for shows in South Dakota, Saskatchewan, Canada, Idaho, Oregon, and in Washington. She is expected to return to the stage by October 22nd for her show in Kentucky. Additional information about when Tucker will return to those cities have not been released yet. John Mayer has dropped out of a planned Prince tribute concert while others have signed on to appear, including the late singer's ex-wife, Mayte Garcia. According to the Minneapolis Star-Tribune, Mayer was unable to attend the Thursday concert inside the Xcel Energy Center in St. Paul, Minnesota on Thursday due to a scheduling conflict. On the flip side, more performers have been added to the event, like Garcia, a dancer who was married to Prince from 1996 to 1999, former Pussycat Dolls singer Nicole Scherzinger, and former Prince bandmates Andre Simone and Michael Phillips. Previously announced performers Stevie Wonder, Christina Aguilera, Shaka Khan, and Tori Kelly are still expected to make an appearance. Khan said to the Star Tribune after rehearsals, "It's like coming back to Mecca. I saw his spirit all over this thing. It was a spiritual charged rehearsal for me. I didn't expect it to be so beautiful and moving." Prince died at the age of 57 in April following an accidental overdose of the powerful opiate fentanyl. Recently, Garcia announced a new memoir entitled The Most Beautiful, a reference to Prince's 1985 song The Most Beautiful Girl in the World, which will chronicle the couple's marriage, the tragic loss of their son in 1996, and subsequent miscarriage. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1957, Wake Up Little Susie becomes the Everly Brothers' first #1 hit. Harmony singing was part of rock and roll right from the beginning, but the 3- and 4-part harmonies of doo-wop derived from black gospel and blues traditions would have never given us Simon & Garfunkel, the Beatles, or the Byrds. To get those groups, you had first have to have the Everly Brothers, whose ringing, close harmony style introduced a whole new sound into the rock and roll vocabulary. The sound of Appalachian set to hard-driving acoustic guitars and a subtle backbeat rhythm. One of the most important and influential groups in the history of rock and roll, the Everly Brothers burst onto the scene in 1957 with their first big hit, Bye Bye Love, which was quickly followed with their first #1 song, Wake Up Little Susie, which topped the Billboard pop charts on this date in 1957. Don and Phil Everly began performing together professionally in 1945 at the age of 8 and 6, respectively, and on their family's live radio show out of Shindai, Iowa. The Everly family resettled to Knoxville, Tennessee in 1953, and 2 years later, 18-year-old Don and 16-year-old Phil began pursuing work as songwriters in Nashville. As a songwriting duo, they had very little success, and in their first try at making a record of their own, they couldn't even crack the lowest level of the country and western charts. A move to Cadence Records in 1957, however, changed the course of the Everly Brothers' career, bringing them into partnership with a production team that included legendary session man Chet Atkins and the songwriting team of Felice and Burrell O'Brien. Bye Bye Love was the first song by the Bryants to be recorded by the Everlys, establishing their trademark sound, and peaked at #2 on the charts in the summer of 1957. The follow-up single, Wake Up Little Susie, reached the top spot on October 14, 1957, though not without stirring some controversy in some parts due to lyrics that hinted at teenage sex. Literally banned in Boston at one point, the Everlys' first chart topper was taken at face value in most parts of the country as an insanely catchy song about two teenagers who have innocently fallen asleep at a movie only to be awakened at 4 o'clock in the morning in fear of having ruined their good reputations. The Everly would have earned 25 top 40 hits over the first 5 years of their hugely influential recording careers, including 2 more #1s, All I Have to Do Is Dream in 1958 and Kathy's Clown in 1960. Also on this date in 1994, Pulp Fiction debuts. The writer-director Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction, a crime drama featuring multiple storylines and a large ensemble cast including John Travolta, Uma Thurman, Samuel L. Jackson, Bruce Willis, and Harvey Keitel, opens in theaters. Made for less than $10 million, Pulp Fiction earned more than $100 million at the box office and was also a huge critical hit, winning the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival and earning 7 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture. Tarantino and Roger Avary shared the Oscar for Best Screenplay. Some critics have called Pulp Fiction, which spawned a slew of imitators, the most influential movie of its time. It contained such Tarantino trademarks as clever dialogue, graphic violence, and numerous pop culture references. The film is also credited with reviving the movie career of John Travolta, as the ponytail hitman Vincent Vega shared a memorable dance with his boss wife, played by Thurman, and famously discussed with his partner Jackson in how France, a McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese is called a Royale with cheese. And as your entertainment report for Friday, October 14, 2016, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back on Monday to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone have a great weekend. Good night, and God bless you all.